Hello, everybody. This is Dee from Dee's Cute and Crafty, and I am back with another video. Today starts my I Love Christmas series, and I'm super excited. I know you can hear it in my voice. I am so happy to be crafting for the holidays. Let's just dive right in. I have got three really quick and easy pieces for you today. I'll be using my tumbling tower blocks from Dollar Tree. I also have these three ornaments from Dollar Tree. They come in a pack of 5. You can choose whatever ornaments you like. I've got some craft sticks that I'll be using. I've already cut the rounded ends off. I've got a scrap piece of cardboard box. You can see it's an Amazon box. I'm going to measure it out so you guys know the size of it in case you want to recreate this. It is 13 by 5.5. I'll be using my Apple Barrel Matte White, and I have various ribbons from my stash. Some is Dollar Tree, some of it is Walmart, could be some Hobby Lobby in there, but I do have my faux leather ribbon, and that comes from Dollar Tree. So I'm going to take my craft sticks, overlap them, and hot glue them together. We are making a platform. Now, Dollar Tree does have like the long rectangular shadow box kind of signs with the wording on the front that says hope, love, peace, joy, gather, home, all of that. But it wasn't long enough or wide enough for this DIY. So, because I have some and I thought I would use them. But I decided to just create my own platform out of some cardboard and craft sticks and some tumbling tower blocks, and it worked out well. So I'm just joining everything together with a tumbling tower block and some hot glue. That tumbling tower block acts as an anchor. It's going to help me to hot glue um, my craft sticks to the cardboard because they're thin. There's not enough surface area for the glue to hold onto, but you add a tumbling tower block to it, and now you got something to work with. Just going to build it up, make it strong, make it sturdy so it doesn't fall apart. Adding some tumbling tower blocks to the corners. All 4 corners, going to put a block there with wood glue and hot glue. You guys, this piece is because of Howard. He saw it in his news feed somewhere, Facebook, YouTube, I don't know. But he sent it to me and he thought it was a good decor piece to recreate. So I am doing this for him. This is going to his house. He also loves it and is a big fan of it because HO are his initials. So this is going to be a Santa sign that says ho, ho, ho for Howard. Thank you, babe, for the inspiration. I appreciate you. So now that I've got my platform built, I'm going to paint it with my Apple Barrel Matte White paint. You guys, if you're new to my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so blessed and happy to have you here. And if you've been with me for a while, if you are a ride or die, you've been with me from the beginning, thank you so much for coming back. I love and appreciate you as well. Now that that's painted, we're just going to set it to the side, and I am going to hot glue 2 of my tumbling tower blocks together end to end. And you're going to have to do 6 of those. Now I'm going in with my Dixie Belle Barn Red paint, and I'm going to give them a coat of paint front and back. On here, you don't see me paint the back. I go back and paint the back later, but paint the front and the back from the very beginning. It's just going to be easier. Setting those to the side. Now I'm going to take my faux leather, because we're making Santa's belt, and I'm going to take it and attach it to my tumbling tower blocks. If you don't have the faux leather, of course you could paint it black, but since it's Santa's belt and I love texture and I love detail, we're going to use the faux leather ribbon, and I did get this from Dollar Tree. I'm hot gluing it on, and hot glue tends to make that faux leather bumpy, so you don't want to use it down the front of your tumbling tower block. Just put a little bit on each end and attach it that way. That keeps your centerpiece nice and smooth for the belt buckle. Now I'm going in with my black marker that I got from Amazon, and I'm just going to fill in the side of the tumbling tower block, so everything is cohesive. Just trimming it up a little bit so it all lays nice and flat. And we're not going to paint the back because you're not going to see it. And it sticks better if you don't paint it. So here we are making the H. And we're just going to hot glue the black piece, or the black faux leather tumbling tower black, horizontally. And then I took my gold ribbon, which was a little wider than I needed it, so I cut it down to size. And we're just going to use that gold ribbon to make the buckle. Now that that's done, I'm just going to attach them. I'm going to do the corner piece first because I know once I do the end, that's going to give me an idea of how much space I have to complete this sign. So I did attach my H in the corner first, and now I'm just lining everything up. It keeps falling over. My ornaments keep rolling away, but I'm just lining it up to see how I want it. And I'm going to stagger it. I'm going to take the HO in the middle and push it back because I think it looks better that way, more symmetrical. It doesn't look like it's off, like I'm trying to bunch it all together, if that makes any sense. It turns out really cute, you guys. Just keep watching. And now I'm going to embellish the tops of my ornaments using some of that frosted greenery. And I'm going to make little gold bows just to place in the center, giving it more detail, embellishment, because it's a very plain piece, actually, because I didn't do a lot with the white platform because I wanted what was on top of the platform to shine. So it's a very plain piece, so you have to embellish. Adding a little more to it, I just did a strip of ribbon across the front because it needed a little something more. But this is cute. This is for Howard. I hope you guys love it. Now, is it my favorite of the three? It is not. If you want to know which one is, you got to keep watching. But as always, comment down below. Let me know which one is your favorite of the three that I'm bringing you today. Moving on to DIY number 2. We're still using those craft sticks. I have some of the metal ribbon from Dollar Tree. I have my gingham or plaid green and red ribbon, my Dixie Belle in barn red, some more of that frosted greenery, 2 of these small little wreaths from Hobby Lobby, some of the new faux fur fabric, say that fast, from Dollar Tree. I have this little wood plank. It was one of the long wood plank signs, and I cut it down to the size that I need it. And I have a piece of cardboard, and I'm just drawing out the silhouette of a sleigh. I did it in pencil, but then I didn't think you guys could see it, so I'm going back in my marker so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm just going to cut this out. Now, you can definitely use the MDF signs from Dollar Tree to do this, but for those of you who may not have cutting tools and your hands aren't strong enough to cut that MDF by hand, cardboard is the best way to go. It works out perfectly. It is gorgeous. I love this DIY, so anybody can recreate it. Hands down, my favorite of the 3 that I'm showing you today. So now that I have my sleigh pieces cut out, I'm going to take my Dixie Belle Barn Red paint and paint everything red. My little wood platform, I'm going to paint that red as well. I'm just measuring out my metal ribbon to get the length that I want. And be careful when you're forming this because it is sharp. You should probably have gloves on, but you know me, I'm just going in. But anyway, I'm just forming it. and rounding the tips of it to look like the blades of a sleigh. Oh my gosh, I was so thrilled when I was making this. The best time ever. I love when I build something from the ground up, when I just build it. Now, Dollar Tree has those plastic sled um, kind of like containers that they come out with this time of year, but this was so much fun to build. So all I had to do was take my staple gun and staple my metal ribbon to that wood. That's why the bottom is not cardboard, it is wood, so that I can staple those blades down. I'm just adding some hot glue. I know metal and hot glue don't play nicely together, but it will go seep down in between the holes of the metal ribbon and connect to the wood underneath. So this is very sturdy. It came out really nice. I can't say how much I love this. You guys have to create it. It's so much fun to do. So I just took my craft sticks and I cut the ends off and I measured out the width that I needed them to be to build up the back of this sleigh. I'm also going to do the same thing in the front. I'm going to build it up as well. So I'm just adding hot glue to the cardboard and attaching my wood pieces or my little wood craft sticks. You guys have seen me use this technique or do this when I made haunted houses last year. Super easy. Going to get it all attached, and then I'm going to paint it with the Dixie Belle Red Barn. Now that that's done, I haven't painted it yet, but I've got all my wood attached. I'm just going to set it to the side. I took four craft sticks. I took 4 tumbling tower blocks, and I glued them end to end, and I just painted them with some gray paint that I had available, and I just set those to the side. Now I'm going to cut my strips of that faux fur, and I'm just going to attach it all the way around this sleigh. It just made it look so high end and so luxurious. Anytime you put fur on something, it takes it up a notch, or at least it does for me. So I'm just going to line this sleigh with this fur all the way around. And you can see I took my craft sticks, like I said, and I closed in the front of the sleigh, painted everything red, and we're finishing up with that fur. Now I'm going to take my tumbling tower blocks, add a little bit of wood glue and hot glue, and attach them to the bottom of the sled or sleigh. This is not a sled, it's a sleigh. There's a difference. Anyway, I wanted it to have a little bit of lift. It needed to sit up some more. So that's why I did the tumbling tower blocks on the bottom. It added to the detail and the dimension and the character and all of the things that I love about crafting. It added to that and made this piece look even better. You guys, if you're enjoying this content, and I truly hope you are, please don't forget to give this video a big fat thumbs up. That lets YouTube know that you're enjoying it, and they share me out so other people can see me, and it helps my channel grow. Thank you so much for your help with that. Because this wreath was not big enough for my sleigh, I just took 2 of them and cut them apart, and I'm going to put them back together and make it bigger. I'm not happy with this blue kind of tint, so you'll see me paint it a little bit later in this video. I'm just going to add on my frosted greenery. And I know you're thinking, well, why didn't you paint it before you did all that? Because I didn't really realize I didn't like it until I put it all together. And I kept looking at it going, this looks blue. Not happy with that. I want it to pop off of that red. I love traditional red and green Christmas. We're going to have to fix that. So you'll see me do that in a little bit. Just going to take my plaid green and red ribbon and make a bow. The little red ones were too small, so we had to make a bigger one. And now I'm deciding, do I want it in the back? Do I want it in the front? Well, of course, the front one out. So we're just going to hot glue it to the front of the sleigh. Cleaning up my hot glue. And here I'm using my Apple Barrel Arbor Green. I'm using that to darken up that wreath. It looks so much better. I love it. And because I had to make it look like the sleigh was dashing through the snow, I had to dry brush it with some of the Dixie Belle fluff. And now this is all done. And in the reveal, this is how I styled it. I just added some silver Christmas ornaments and some greenery to the inside of this sleigh. You can do anything. You can add a bunch of presents inside, some Christmas trees inside. You could put Frosty standing in there. You could just do all ornaments. You could even take some of the Dollar Tree reindeer, put them in the front, and take some of that faux leather that I just used in my previous DIY and attach it to the sleigh and make it look like the reindeers are pulling the sleigh. There's so much you could do with this. This is a beautiful home decor piece, and I just can't get over how easy it was to create. Definitely my favorite. Moving on to DIY number 3. This one is the last one. Very quick and easy. Going to be using one of these spring wreaths from Dollar Tree, some pine cones, some bells from Dollar Tree, red and white twine is from Dollar Tree. My green and red ribbon is from Joann Fabrics. My sparkly greenery is from Dollar Tree, and I have my Rust-Oleum chiffon cream. So we're just going to rework this wreath. Not going to do anything major to it. We're just going to change it up and make it look like Christmas. So I'm taking off my spring flowers, setting them to the side. I ended up pulling out one of the staples, so I'm just going to go in and staple it back down. And because this looked too new, I wanted it to look a little bit more farmhouse and rustic. I'm going to give it a really quick dry brush with the Rust-Oleum chiffon cream. It also covers up that staple a little bit, makes everything blend in nicely. We're going to leave that jute hanger on there because we're going to use it. No need to take it off. Now I'm going to take some of my greenery, and actually you can use more than I used. I was just trying not to overwhelm this wreath because I wanted it to just be really rustic farmhouse simple, but you can use more greenery at the top if you choose to. And I'm just tucking it under the jute twine, and I will go back and staple it down in just a little bit. I'm going to take my red and green ribbon from Joann's and make a bow. This bow will not have tails on it because I'm going to string my bells from the center of this wreath, and I didn't want the tails to cover that up. So we're just going to make our loops, stack them, and pinch them together and tie them off with some jute cord. Easy peasy. And here you see me going in with my staple gun, and I did purchase this Arrow staple gun, Arrow, at Lowe's. So if you guys are interested in that, you can find it at Lowe's. It's very comfortable in my hand. It's very small but mighty. It staples really well, but it's easier for my hand to hold it, and you don't have to apply a lot of pressure to use it. So I'm just going to tie my bow onto my wreath. That way I can repurpose this bow if I choose to. It's not covered in hot glue on the back. I'm just going to take my jute twine and string my bells onto that. I'm going to use about 4 bells, and I'm going to hang them at different lengths just to give it more interest. Now that I have my little bundle of bells ready to go, I'm just going to make a jute twine bow to go in the center of the previous bow, giving it that little bit of rustic touch that I love. You guys, the weather is cooling down here in Northeast Ohio where I live. Today is about 48, 50 degrees, so it is definitely sweater weather, chunky boots, and layering, which I love. So, what's the weather like where you live? Is it still hot or is it cooling down? Let me know. And let me know if you're a fall sweater weather kind of girl, because I definitely am. So now that I've got my bells glued to the center of my bow, I'm going to take my pine cones, glue those to the side, and just embellish this with whatever you want. Put my jute twine bow in the center, and it's done. Very simple. I did end up adding some beads to the hanger, and I just threaded on some red and neutral colored beads just for a little bit more interest. But I love the simplicity of this one. Quick and easy. Anybody can make it, and you guys should try it. Here's the final reveal of everything that I've made for you guys today. I love how each piece turned out. And I ended up just setting the platform on top of some of the little Dollar Tree blocks just to lift it up for the reveal. But I didn't glue those down. Of course, you could if you wanted to, but I just wanted to lift that riser up so that it looked better in the reveal. Everything turned out so nice. But again, the sleigh is my favorite. You guys don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I loved hanging out with you today, crafting for you today. As always, be blessed. Stay safe. And until I see you on my next one, craft something beautiful today. Bye.